GCSEs are about 2 weeks around the corner. Some of the GCSEs have started. We've had music exams, we've got languages exams next week. They are here. If you're thinking, I'm about to give up, I don't even know where to start, then I've got some last minute revision guidance just for you. If you're in a position where you're thinking, all hope is lost, I'm about to give up, what's the point? It's too late now anyway. I've got some last minute revision guidance so you can get started straight away and you'll still do alright in your GCSEs. Now this is a common one that teachers do talk about, but I'm going to show you how to do it in case you've not actually done this yet. A lot of the time people advise that you should be trying some past papers so that you can see the exact style that questions are going to be asked to you, and it's just really good practice so that on the day you know exactly what to expect. Now because I teach computer science, I've done a search here which is OCR computer science past papers. I've typed in OCR because that's the exam board that we use, but you would type in your exam board if you're Edexcel or AQA for whatever exam it is that you're looking for. I'm going to click on the top link here and you can see if I scroll down you've got all the latest papers available to you. You won't get the 2025 one because that is locked and for teachers only, but you can always get the latest ones just below that. So 2024 June series, you can see you've got your question paper here and your mark scheme. And just by clicking on it, you can see you've got a PDF of the actual paper that people sat in that year, and then you can give those questions a go. What I would recommend is give all the questions a go first and then look at the mark scheme so you can see what you've got right and how you would improve your answer if you were going to answer it again in future. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like doing past papers and you just like reading over your stuff and checking your own knowledge, but you're not sure what it is that you should be revising, then you need to gain access to something called the specification. This is the specification that you're looking at here. To find the specification, you just need a simple search. Again, you need the exam board, so I've typed in OCR Computer Science and then specification, and the latest one will be there at the top. In this example, I've scrolled down to page 8 because this is a list of all of the topics that could be on your exam. On the left-hand side here, you can see a full list of topics, but on the right-hand side, really useful, you've got what is actually going to be required. Now, all specifications look a little bit different, but all of them will include a list of everything that's going to be on your exam. So I'd recommend getting this, and I would almost do like a RAG test saying which topics that you are really struggling with, which would be red, which topics you are fine with, so put them in the green section. You probably don't need to waste your time doing those. A lot of students get into a habit of just being comfortable and going over topics they feel happy with. You need to spend your time on the topics that you're going to gain some marks from. You need to revise. They're the ones that you struggle with. If you've done all of the past papers and you're looking for more questions to practice in the same style as the exams that you've been doing, then you can use an AI of your choice to generate these questions for you. I've just gone on ChatGPT because most people seem to use that, and this is the prompt that I've typed in so I can generate those questions ready to practice. So I've told it to access the specification that I've already mentioned. So access the OCR GCSE 9-1 computer science specification. It's able to search the web and find that, so you know it's going to include the exact topics that are on your exam. And I've said, I want 20 questions with varying marks on topic 1.3 computer networks, connections and protocols. The fact that I've put in varying marks means they're not all going to be 1 mark responses. You're going to have some that are going to say different command words like explain or justify. They're going to be worth 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 marks as well. So you can really push your brain and make sure that you're practicing everything that could come up on the exam. Once you hit enter, this is what it looks like. It's generated plenty of questions for me of all different amounts of marks on all of the different topics. Now, if you're not sure if you've got those right or wrong, then you can also generate a mark scheme for it. So another simple prompt just underneath that, I've said generate a mark scheme for each of these questions. So like before, I would attempt the questions and then look at the mark scheme to see if you've got them correct. Finally, I would recommend doing some flashcards. Now, these questions that have already been generated are perfect for flashcards. Some people say they don't know how to make a good flashcard. Well, you're going to need a question on one side and then you're going to have the answers on the back. This is just a massive block of paper that I've bought for £2 from The Works. It's got about 300 pieces of paper in there. It doesn't need to be any fancy pieces of cards. Just get your question on one side, get your answers on the back. Get somebody else to test you with these. Find a little revision buddy, ask someone at home, or if you want, just practice with your dog. As long as you're saying the question out loud, writing the answer, and then flipping it to see that you've got the correct answers. I wouldn't recommend spending any longer than 40 minutes on one individual subject per night. Loads of research says that after a certain amount of time, your brain switches off. You might be sitting there reading for hours, but you're actually wasting your time. You're just trying to cram in too much information. It's not going to go in. Spend 40 minutes, have a break, go on your phone, go get something to eat, and then go to another subject or the same subject if you've had a significant break. Don't wait until the last day before your actual exam to start revising. That is a bad idea. Start now. There's still a couple of weeks. You can do this.